Moving on to Chelsea, we touched a little bit about on them last week, but I think the main thing Lampard needs to get right now is who he plays, who he starts in the team. I don't know what you guys think about the balance in the team and who should start, but it's definitely it's a headache for him anyway.
Yeah, but that comes along with making so many attacking signings. Like you can have the best attack in the world. Once again, we're talking about the defense. Their defense is an absolute shambles. Thiago Silva came in against West Brom and he looked miles off the pace, conceding 3 in the first half to West Brom. I mean, that's just embarrassing, to be honest. Now, their attack bailed them out at the end and they managed to get a draw. But how can you spend hundreds of millions of pounds on your attack while having centre-backs that consist of Tomori, who I think is a good player, but they don't seem to play it. Zuma, he's also all right, but he needs a competent partner. Thiago Silva, I mean, he's not looking that great at the moment. And Christensen, who's just dreadful, in my opinion. You saw that against Liverpool, spearing Mane down for no reason, cost you the game, or cost Chelsea the game. I mean, where's the sense in that? Rudiger, awful player as well, in my opinion, like extremely overrated. And then we move on to Kepa. Obviously, he's been replaced by Mendy, but like, I'm not sure how long-term Mendy is, considering like the price and age. He could be their long-term keeper, but I'm not sure whether they'll go back in for another goalie or what. You do have to give Chelsea some credit, though. Like, at least they're ambitious enough to go and want to win the title. Like, they're not here to piss around. They're going for the league, or they're not going for it at all. Because there's certain clubs like United, maybe even Arsenal. Oh yeah, top 4 will do. Top 4 is not doing for Chelsea.
Oh yeah, exactly. They're ambitious, but let's be real, they're just playing championship manager. Do you know what I mean? They're like they can do that. They back Lampard now. I think obviously Lampard had the excuse last year of no transfer window, but he does. I don't really back the narrative that he has to, do something significant this season, considering there's so many new players and he's just gelling them in. And like, look at other managers around the world, like they've been given time, like Klopp, and others have been given time. But in my opinion, I'm not convinced about him at all, to be honest with
you. To be fair though, when Klopp spent 70 and 80 million on Van Dijk and Alisson, he got some out of them straight away. Now, I'm not saying Lampard has to go and win the league, but top 4 should be a minimum for them. But this is the problem with appointing club legends per se as managers. Like, I'm all for that. Well, but you have to prove yourself somewhere first. I mean, Liverpool didn't just go straight in and appoint Gerrard after Rodgers, did they? No, you have to go. You go somewhere and prove yourself. Now, Lampard, he went to Derby, wasn't that impressive. I mean, he didn't get them promoted or anything. Ollie went to Mould. I mean, he won them the league, but like, it's Mould. Like, you can only appoint managers if they have experience, in my opinion, and they just don't. I don't think Ollie, Lampard, or Scott Parker would get a job for any other team in the league, for being honest.
Yeah, I think the club legend things, it's really like you're kind of just fucking yourself over, really. Like, it's your club legend. You don't want to sack him if things go poorly, and then you want to back him. You want him to do well, but when it doesn't start to work, like, do you want to be that owner that sacks the club legends? I don't know.
That's the position they're putting themselves in, though. Like, they're risking their legendary status to be a manager, and at the moment, it hasn't really paid off for anyone. If, like, can you think of a guy who's a legend for their club that's actually won a trophy for? I mean, I'm not saying Arteta's a legend, but he's doing a good job with Arsenal now.
Well, everyone knew he was going to be. Yeah, like, everyone knew.
You can say he's never been a manager before, but like, in my opinion, he's done more in the managerial game than Ollie and Lampard, because like, he's sat beside Guardiola for 1 or 2 seasons. He's developed a system. He knows how he wants to play, and he's gone in and done it. Whereas Frank and Ollie, they seem to be just playing off the cuff. Oh yeah, you go and win us the game there, mate. Well, we hopefully don't concede so many goals. Whereas Arteta, he knows what he wants and he's getting it out. And
Yeah, and also like if you look at Lampard, like that Derby team, like that Charlie mentioned, with the budget they have, and they were handed, like Lampard was handing three young, good
yeah, the loanees
Chelsea
he got from
players.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
Tomori and
they should,
Mount.
like that Derby team. Yeah, with their budget that they had as well, they should be getting promoted. He didn't get them promoted. They lost the playoff final against Villa. But the one thing I'm always interested in, how does he get the best out of Havertz and Werner? I think Werner needs to play up with someone.
Well, Werner needs service, and I think Ziyech can provide that, and so can Pulisic.
Yeah.
But like, they're not going to score 5 and 6 goals every game, so like, they need to sort the defense out.
Yeah, Thiago Silva was really kind of like it was a great deal for now. It was good to sell a few jerseys. It was good to raise the profile of the club once again. It was good to kind of bring a bit of experience in, and maybe a short term kind of it was a short term solution.
Fix.
Yeah, quick fix, short term solution to solve a few problems. But I think I'm definitely worried about Chelsea. I think another transfer window, we'll wait and see. If they get a new manager, I'd be very worried. I'm happy with Lampard staying there. I don't think he'll be a good enough manager. I don't think he's and that, to be honest, that's not really his fault. Like if you were a club legend and you're going back to the club you play for, like of course you would accept it, but he hasn't done enough work elsewhere to really kind of develop his managerial skills and become more tactically aware, because so many games I'm just like, what is this? Like what's formation you playing? Why are these players here? Do you actually know what you're doing? One for Chelsea fans, I suppose.